All right. Let's see, where are we? We have um, today is week 8, day 53. Um, it's actually day 3. Day 3, yeah, because there's one more day left in the week. This is an easy, well, yeah, it's easier. Easier workout. These are a lot of holds and slow workouts. There's only 3 exercises. I've already done the handstand routine. Still not great. But you can see I've now got my block way higher. I've put my table up to the maximum extension. It was at the low extension. There's 3 extensions. It brought it up probably another foot. And then I put my block on there at 24 inches, and then I put it on 30 inches. So now it's as high as I can get it, short of stacking other junk under there, which starts to get precarious in that sense. When I'm upside down now, I still put my foot on top of the block, and I am noticing though with more vertical positioning, I am actually um, well with higher positions for my feet. I do note that I am a little bit straighter. And I'm like, well, if I'm straighter and I'm getting all my weight, including one extra leg, um, on the ground, how come I'm having so much trouble? I think the problem is that the weight of my foot that's forward is too much. It's not like I'm off balancing enough. I either need to lean more or bend my top leg so that it gives me some counterbalance and for me to lift. But I'm closer. I think I'm closer. Still doing 40 to 50 seconds between lifts. Um, so that's pretty constant. Um, Doing 4 to 5 sets. I only did 4 today. Um, just trying to figure out different ways to do it, trying to figure out how to get down. I'm trying to master the get down, to get down without falling on my arm or falling on my head or falling on anything that we don't want broken. So I have done the tuck and roll a couple of times where I try to get out and I try to tuck my arm underneath me and roll out under, and I've hit my elbow a little bit. It's never hit hard and where I felt it, except for I felt it after. My carpet here is sitting on top of concrete, and just even the littlest of impact, I may not have noticed. I may not notice the second I hit it, but my elbow gets kind of sore. I'm like, okay, I got to stop doing that. So I'm trying to do the correct step out. Their recommendation is to do a step out where you just kind of walk one hand out, a walking handstand because you're basically in handstand position, one hand out, and then twist. And I'm getting there. I've done it a few times. I'm starting to feel more comfortable with it. It's all kind of just, it's, handstand should not be this complicated, but I am feeling a little bit more comfortable with the upside down, not as wonky as I get straighter and straighter, or I start getting uncomfortable. So we will see how that progresses in time. If I get better, or I should get better. I really do hope that at some point soon I'm able to do a full handstand. That's it. Um, this workout, remaining parts, I've already done one skin the cat. I've got uh, 5 skin to cats. Oh, these are all 5s. Oh, so they've gone up. They were 4s. So I got to do 4 more skin to cats, 4 owl sits. Owl sits don't take me very long. They're like 20 to 30 seconds because it's just hard. Owl sits, if you're doing them right, like he's doing them, where you're high enough, or theoretically you could be on the floor, and you're just lifting your body up so nothing touches except your hands. That's good for the building up that shoulder strength. I cannot do it like he does. See how he's leaning far forward and his butt is back? I can't do it. I can't bend lean forward like that and bend my legs up high enough. I don't know if I don't have the upper ab strength or the flexibility or what, but if I do that for more than a half a second, I end up swinging back forward. My butt wants to come straighter. So I tend to be a little straighter when I'm doing those, and I'm trying to get better at pulling myself back. So um, it's a learning process. Strengthening process, I'd imagine, just as much as learning. And we will um, have to get to that. So, okay, so now, I guess now we just go and do some Skin the cat. Now, I am okay at skin the cat, though I did notice I was trying to do some straight leg ones where you're a little bit, your leg goes out, and I'm pretty good as I go up and over, but I'm noticing I don't go very far. I haven't convinced myself. I'm trying to figure out when you come all the way over to the other side, your butt and head should be kind of level with the ground, perpendicular to the ground. I'm finding I'm only going so far and I'm bending my legs more. Kind of cheating where I bend my legs down and make myself think I'm getting lower, but in reality, I'm just dropping my legs. So, you know, so it's not I haven't got it mastered yet. Okay, so skin the cat is this guy where I hang down. I only did 5 the first time because I was trying to do long extension legs, or longer leg extensions. I do 1 leg. I haven't gotten around to even trying 2 legs, and since I'm not getting far enough over, I'm going to just do a tuck a couple of times here and see if I can practice where my butt's supposed to be. I'm trying to get level with the ground. So we'll see. It's hard because this first part's easy. I know I didn't go all the way down. I want to say I did 4. Did I do 4? It was what I want to say a dream. Wow. Oh yeah, that really pulls on I can really feel the tension back here in the shoulder, especially when I start extending my legs. So it's good, but I also got to watch it. I don't want to overdo it. It's just the muscles back here feeling it. I'm not like straining that I can tell. Okay, I think I did 4 again. Now the numbers on here you see that I've done are a little bit of a mislead in that they are not the same every time. First few times I did a couple 5s. Yesterday I did a 7, but the 7 I did was tucks, all tucks. And then I started trying to extend my legs. That drops my numbers. And then as you go, my grip starts to go. And as the grip starts to go, it gets harder and harder. Which is going to make hanging side leans really tough because I can only do a few at a time. And if my grip is starting to slip, I have to keep putting my feet down, readjust, try to do another 1 or 2, come back down. Now these aren't actually pull-ups, but again, you're still hanging your entire body off the bar. So I keep trying to work that grip. Okay, why is my cup leaking? What the heck? Where is it leaking from? I can't even see where it's coming from. Is there a crack in it? Unless I got a hole in my lip. I did shave, and you never know, maybe I cut a hole all the way through my lip. That would be a bad cut. And it didn't even bleed. It's like I pierced it. Well, I imagine piercings bleed too, but anyway. Okay. Just trying to rest up for the next one. This should go pretty quick. I'm going to try to stay on task. Doing the 5, his 15. So you got to figure even at a minute each, that's 15 minutes. None of them are going to be a minute each. The longest one will probably be skin the cats. I imagine I take the longest there. I am curious how long it takes, so I will set my stopwatch here just to get a feel for how long. Now, there's supposed to be 3-minute breaks, but I don't know. I mean, do I need 3 minutes? Probably. Yes, the answer is yes, I need 3. But by the time I sit down and get myself in position, start my stopwatch, jabbering away, making stupid jokes, laughing at myself, it'll be close to 3 minutes. I need to raise these up. Four, four again. Takes about a minute for me to get those completed. Two more sets. I want to extend my legs more. As you notice, I'm swinging. If you watch him on his thing, he barely swings. I don't even know how he does that. So I have to close my eyes. And the reason for that is I get motion sickness watching the ground phone. But if I close my eyes, I don't notice it after a little bit. I barely can tell I'm swinging. So I apologize if you see me swinging. But for my own sake in mind, uh, own sake, that's not the right thing. For my own sake of mind, I'm closing my eyes. You might see that my eyes are closed when I'm upside down. And when I come over the other way, it doesn't bother me so much when I'm forward, but opening, closing, opening, closing. I just keep them closed. Sometimes I'll open them for a minute when I'm looking down to see kind of where I'm at. And really, I'm just trying to see how much it takes for me to get, when I feel like my bum is even with my head, that's when I look down to kind of see, okay, how does it look here? And it is a different feeling when your legs are extended because your back doesn't arch around as much. I won't say arch. I mean, it is arching, but I mean, it's just like having your legs out forces you to extend your back slightly more. So it's definitely a different feel on your back. And like I said, for me, a lot of what stops me from doing a bunch is because she's supposed to be doing 3 to 8. I'm doing 4. So I got to either get past the mental block if it's a mental block or get past the grip issue if it's a grip issue, because it might be one or the other. All right. 220 according to my watch. So since I stopped. I don't know what that was, but I was swinging so much I had to turn back. All right, let's go again. I do 4? So maybe I'm not doing the amount I think I am. Whew. I tell you, when I start extending my legs out at all, or even straightening my back, it's a totally different pull in the back, and it starts really putting pressure on the shoulders and legs. And then again, it's not like my joint shoulder, just the muscles behind my back area. So upper back muscles, I guess. All right, I gotta step away for a bio break just a minute. All right, here we go. Let's get this over with. Got 2 more of these. Right, yeah. I should have lots of energy to finish, right? After a break. That was only 3, but it was pretty straight leg. Uh, could not keep my legs straight on that one. That was too much. First time burned me out. Second time, uh, uh, okay. I got 1 more of those left. Gotta save a little energy. Hey man, how's it going? Wait, I already did 3? It says here I've already done 4. 3 online. Is that my 5th one? Did I do 4 while I was streaming? Guess I did 4 while I was streaming. Oh, wait. I guess I don't have to do anymore. Oh man, that hurts my back. I mean, it doesn't hurt it, but I mean, like, I can really, it's just, wow. Especially when my legs are straight. Just, oh, it's crazy. Okay, on to the easy ones. On to the easy ones. L-sit. L-sit is not an easy one. In fact, I can barely do the L-sits at all. Let's see, let's see how are we doing with camera positions for the L-sit. Close. I could probably adjust it a little. Trying to see. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so L-sits are just a get up and stay up. Trying to get my legs. I'm using the bars. I would not use the bars if I felt like I could do a solid 30 seconds on the floor. Maybe I should do more of them on the floor, but at least this, I can hold longer and try to build that strength up, even though my feet might start dropping a little bit. That's the goal, to kind of keep working on that holding position. All right, here we go. 28 seconds. Okay, so when you do the test, it says it wants you to hold for 30 to 40 seconds. Now, when I did the test from the floor, I'm talking about sitting on the floor, I was only able to do like 26 seconds, I think was my best one. Now, during this this workout, it actually says you're supposed to be at an 8 effort doing 20 seconds. You can see I did 28 seconds, according to my watch anyway. And 28 seconds is, you know, I'm not even hitting the 30 to 40 range. Although it says for an 8 you should be doing 20 timed maximum. uh, which I don't know what is 80% of 30? That's 24 seconds if you're doing a 30 pace. So I should be doing at least 24. If I want to go for 40 though, my thought is an 8 would be something in the, like, if 40 is my best amount, an 8 would be shooting for 32 seconds. And again, I can't even get to 30 consistently. So I got to get this going. I got to get better L-sits going. That's why I'm doing the parallel bar, so that I can hold my legs up longer, even though they're dropping. Because when I sit on the floor, they're only up this high. I mean, getting my whole body up, I've got an inch and a half, 2 inches tops. Now, when this guy sits on the floor, they were showing it, he can get his legs up where his legs are like 7 or 8 inches off the ground, and his butt's the only thing close to the ground, and it's got 3 inches. So he's got some serious. Uh, if you can bend, if you have the strength in your upper abs, the position he's in there is better, right? Because you can move your back back, have that angle, and if you can pull your abs up, your legs up to a higher position, you're theoretically able to leave the ground more. Because if you're vertical, the distance between your shoulders and your butt is, longer, or it's the same length, but I mean it's more perpendicular to the ground, which is going to mean your arms have to be longer and push up higher, which means you're only going to have less room. But if you can angle up, you can increase that. Hey, Captain Al, how you doing? Yeah, I went for it. Not a huge fan. I'm still trying to decide what I think of it. I prefer just to have at least this. Sometimes I do the whole frame, but yeah, I don't know. My wife likes it like this, and it was our anniversary yesterday, so I did it for her. And now I got to decide how long I want to keep it. All right, time for another L-sit. Let's see if I can get. Let's see if I can get 30 seconds. Let's go for 35 seconds. I'm just going to let my legs drop if that's what happens. I'm not going to let them drop, but if they do, I'm not going to stop immediately. Okay, I'm guessing about 10. Maybe 20. Ah, 37, 36. The time I looked at my watch, it was 37. Now, as far as it goes, no, yeah, no. I hate getting rid of this. I do it like maybe once a year, and even then, I always like regret it. Just I look like an alien. My daughter says though, she goes, when you only have a mustache, it looks like you just have 3 eyebrows. One's a lip eyebrow. I was like, okay. Wasn't too sure how to take that one. I'm guessing she's not a fan. I don't know. she she did say, but I'm thinking that's not exactly a compliment. uh, oh my god. I think I have this set at 2 minutes, but I can't be sure. Oh, it's only set at a minute? Oh wow. I didn't know that was only set at a minute. Give me a little bit more break. She's 23, so she's got a filter. She wasn't really. So that's just what she thought. She wasn't trying to be mean. She was just making her comment. I mean, but it made me laugh even when she said it. But I was like, what? All right, well, that's a full 2 minutes. And that's all I'm supposed to be taking, right? Yep, 2 minutes. Let's go. I'm already over. I should have probably not said it. I should probably said it at a minute and 45 seconds to give myself time to get over here. Oh yeah, I'm definitely losing it. That was only what, 30 seconds? Whew. Going down, even with my legs dropping, I'm losing it. So when I say I'm going to let my legs drop, I'm just, while I can hold them at all, there comes a point when I can't even keep them up. So it doesn't matter if I'm letting them drop, but I'm just talking about staying as long as I'm still pushing. But when it finally comes to that point where I just have to go, I go. I can't do anything about that. But I almost feel like leg lifts. I don't know. I mean, leg lifts feel like they do more. Like I can feel that contraction in my abs more. I don't know if a hold is as effective as a lift. I don't know. I like those ads. Hey, by the way, you're eligible for a 90-day free trial. It's like, thanks. Isn't everybody eligible? It's like, congratulations, you're now eligible. It's like, I'm pretty sure that's not like just me. It's like you just want everybody to try out Amazon Prime Music, whatever it is. All right, so I set it at a minute 45, and then I will get myself over there, do my, what is it, fourth set? Fourth set. I gotta do 5 sets of these, so I'm guessing I'm gonna get worse as I go. All right. My 15 seconds of bonus time is about gone. Sometimes if I bend my legs, I can at least hold them up longer. No! Gosh, dang it. Maybe 30 seconds. I think I better mark 29 on that one. And again, this is not me doing a floor sit. A floor L sit is probably 6 seconds less, 5 seconds less at least. You know, and then when I did my test, I'm thinking I may not even have done 26. Thinking I may have only done like 21 or 22. The floor is hard. The floor is, you are literally only this high off the ground. There is no flex. If you start losing it, your feet touch. And then, you know, or your butt touches because your shoulders are getting tired and you're starting to drop. Because you don't have to drop very far. Like, if you're trying to do it on the floor, you're extending your shoulders as much as possible. You're bringing they're compacting as much as you can. And then as you start getting tired, they want to raise up slightly. And then you're just dropping your butt and it's getting closer to the floor. And then you're like, no, trying to push off and get it up so at least your butt's not touching. And then I'm trying to do straight leg like he's got going there. You can even feel that in your quads because they're like tensing up and trying to pull, and sometimes that little bit of bend you see me do kind of releases that a little bit. I'm like, oh, okay. One of the advantages to doing to bending your legs even a little bit is you can kind of bend your knees up higher, which maybe helps with trying to hit the upper abs. I feel like it does, because think really what it is it still takes upper abs to get your knees above your hips, but they're just not lifting the entire weight of your leg. They're lifting the shorter part of your leg up. And the other part of your leg is not pushing. That centrifugal resistance kind of comes down. See, in my humble scientific theory, I could be totally wrong about that. Maybe I'm not even raising any when I do that. I don't know. Same amount of raise, it's just my legs are bent. I don't know. All right, so last set. This is an increase. So this is the first time I'm doing. This is the first time I'm doing 5 sets. Man, I'm just losing it. Okay, that was the best 27. This week's going fast, man. What do you guys think? This is Wednesday came upon me fast. I was like, whoa, alrighty. Wednesday. So, I don't know if I mentioned last time. So I swim at the gym periodically, and I've swum 1,500 meters and somewhere between 750 and 1,500 meters most times. Well, I guess 1,600. I like to push myself over, but I get really tired between laps, so I take a lot of breaks. And it's part of it's mental. I hit the wall and I'm like, okay, that's the end of a sprint or a length. And I just want to stop. And even if it's only stopping for a second or two, I still stop because it's just the end of the thing. So turning around and going back to me is a break point. So, but I just noticed after the fall, at first I can do 4 or 5 lengths to start, and then after that it's kind of like go one length, without stopping. And then so I said, all right, so I got to look online. What am I doing wrong? What's throwing me off? Because I feel like I have a pretty good stroke. I mean, I lean, I get a good reach, I get pretty level. I don't let my head come out of the water too much. About half my face stays in the water, which is kind of the recommendation. And I feel like I've got a pretty good stroke, but I'm like, I'm still getting way too tired. So I looked online to see, okay, well, what's going on? I don't splash a lot. My feet barely leave. If they leave the water at all, it's kind of like they're usually just underneath the surface. So overall I feel pretty good. And then I got to do this is a different workout, a different thing. I got to do these this weird one here. Hanging side raise lean. I got a little bit of extra time. So anyway, so as I'm doing them, I decided to go yesterday and try out some stuff I saw on YouTube. Some things I didn't realize. And what brought me to thinking, I might be doing something wrong, even though I felt like I did pretty good, that I just needed to work out, do more and be more consistent, which is probably true too, because I only go once or twice a week tops. But I saw that late young woman in the sea or in the sea or whatever, where she's from the English Channel. And I noticed that they would like train when she was even being trained as a kid. It was like, only so many strokes per length, or per minute, and they don't bring back their arm right away. They swim, arm stays out, swim, stays out, swim, stays out, kind of like that, where you only kick a couple times with your arm out, and then you pull it back. And then for me, I was always doing, full, keeping my arm pretty much full length. It turns out that that's not supposed to be the way you do it either. Apparently, when you swim, it's out and you bend your arm, and you're basically doing this instead. So that took a little getting used to. But anyway, so yesterday I went and swam. Went pretty good. I did feel like doing it that way with the strokes out here, and then the other was breathing. I've always played with my breathing. Usually I do 4 strokes. And then I breathe. 4 strokes, breathe, 4 strokes, breathe. I've done 3, I've done 2, I've done 6. I've tried them all. Which one felt good? I always thought 4 kind of felt the best. Well, I could swim when I was younger. I just never really worked on swimming well. It wasn't until recently when I started going to the gym a lot that I really started wanting to get better. So I started watching the people around me swimming, and I would try to mimic. And that's how I've always been really good at mimicking people and learning how to get better. So I watched the better swimmers that seem to just they can keep going. But there were things I never noticed. I never noticed the pause. And I don't know if these guys are pausing or not, but eventually I just decided to go, yeah, well, that's good. Floating's a good emergency thing, right? If you're out in the water, you need to not drown. So if you can float, that at least buys you some time. Yeah, well, that's not good either. It's going to be hard to get back to shore. Okay, so I think I've taken long enough. Let's go do at least one hanging side raise, and I'll continue this conversation when I get done. Okay, so hanging side raise or side lean or whatever you want to call it is just a straight thing, and again, his bar is pretty wide, so when he leans, he's got a good straight line from his arm all the way down to his side, right? And his feet go all the way up. So I'm going to try that, but my bar is shorter. So if I want a nice straight line, my feet don't have to go as high. I only have to go to like right here to have a straight line because that's easier. But when my arm goes out more, that means I have to lean more, and that's fine because I'm not very good at it, so I don't mind not doing it as much. Ultimately, I just raise as high as I can. I was going to move that, but it's got too much crap back there. That's not like I'm going to hit it, I think. But hold my arms as wide as I can. Hope my grip can hold me. And then I think he just goes back and forth. And one count is one left and right. What did I do, 4? Probably should have counted. I think I did 4. I couldn't remember how long I was supposed to hold either, so I gotta look at that for this next one. Oh yeah, seconds. I didn't count my seconds, but I think 4 is about 30 seconds because that's what I was doing before. I'll time it again, this one. Yeah, it's supposed to be, oh, it's only 1. Oh no, okay, so it's 3 hold, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1 hold, 1, 2, hold, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so yeah, he's got a huge lean on his. He leans really far. I get some water here. Anyway, so for my swimming, I did feel better. It was actually a pretty good swim yesterday. I felt like it was productive. I swam, I think it was a little over 1,000 meters, which is what, 20 laps, 20 lengths. And no, no, it's all there and back is 50. If I did 1,000, wait, where's that? Can't tell. Oh, that was pretty full. That's why. Um, there and back is 50. So uh, 10 times is 500. So yeah, 20. It's 20 laps. So I did 20. Sometimes when I'm working out, man, sometimes the math part of my brain is like, I'm taking a break while you're doing all this stuff. Uh, but overall, I do think I was less winded. Oh, the breathing. That was the other thing. How come? Oh, do I not have this set right again? How long am I break? 2 minutes? Time's up already, probably. All right, so yeah, let's go do another one. I'll time it this time. Ow. Oh, that wasn't too bad. 37 seconds. I think I did at least 5, maybe even 6, but we'll say 37 seconds. It's the same basic idea, counting the whole bit. Um, but anyway, I've tried all the different number of strokes, and online they say, well, depending on what YouTuber you're watching, what YouTube swimming instruction you're watching, some of them say just go with what's comfortable, 2, 4, 6, whatever works for you. So you could even do 3 and 5 if you're comfortable breathing on both sides of your body, which I can do. I've tried 3. I've tried all the numbers. 1 is too many, but um, I've done up to 6 or even 8, but I can only do 8 when it's like the beginning of my swim. But even then, it's probably not a good idea to get in that, even bother with it. Because you start winding yourself because you're not getting enough oxygen in. You have to take bigger chunks of oxygen, which means your head has to be out of the water longer, which throws you off. Um, so I decided to do like one particular swimmer was saying the best way to do it is just just do it every time. Not every time, but every 2 strokes. And just take less. You don't need to breathe as much, right? You don't have to be going, you're not taking these big inhales every time. You're doing all that, and it's just easier just to do 2. So I said, all right, I'll do 2. I'll just do what Aki says. So I did it with 2, and so as I was going, the 2, taking less breaths, I said, all right, I need to stop trying to take big breaths because that was kind of a habit when I've been doing 4. I was always trying to take bigger breaths. So I was like, all right, just take in what I need, just keep going, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then there was also you should let your body twist. You don't need to stay perfectly level with the ground when you're out. It's you're bringing your arm up, let your body twist a little bit, and then back, then back. you know, it was feeling pretty good, except the one little thing is I noticed the bend in the arm kind of stressed my shoulder a little bit. My shoulder was feeling it more. I mean, the painful parts every now and then. So I have to figure that one out. Maybe I don't bring my elbows far back. Like maybe I just do kind of lower instead of higher. 'Cause I feel like when I went higher with the elbow, that's when things got weird. So anyway, that's my swimming lesson. Lesson for me to learn to swim better. Felt better. I'll have to go swim more often. See how it goes. That's pretty impossible to do. I have no way to do that. For one, I'm swimming at the club, and I have nowhere to put a camera. I have no way to, to set that up. And it may, for some, that might be an interesting visual. It's not going to be much of a useful stream, seeing as you can't talk in the water. You can't really do much of anything in the water, so other than go back and forth. So yeah, probably not going to happen, even if the visuals for some people are interesting enough. Um, that's it. Let's go to the next one. This is the end. I mean, I just got to get through these last 3 sets, and this is the end of my workout, and I got to start doing some actual work today. This has been a no work week because I've been doing so many other things. I come family in town, and we were hanging out with them the first couple of days. Now it's time to do stuff. Okay, that's all I got, man. That's all I got for that one. And I waited long to get going, so I only did 33 seconds, and I don't even think I did 4. But I don't know, maybe it was 5. 2 more sets. I did go run this morning prior to working out, so that helped a little. I think just getting the blood flowing. I ran, I don't know, 3 miles, something like that. 3 miles, came back, set up my table here, made sure it was good to go, and spent 15 minutes trying to do handstand. Not great, man, not great, but you know, gotta keep trying. I am getting more vertical. I haven't been able to convince myself to really push putting full or getting off the wall. Um, I feel like I'm close, but maybe not as much as I think. So right now, what I'm doing, I put one leg against the block, and then the other leg I try to get straight up. But I always have one leg on the block, and it's not even full, not even extended. Although it's higher now because I keep raising the block, so it's making it harder and harder for me to keep my foot on the block. But I have no way to go higher. I almost need a second block, or I couldn't even put a second block here because if I tried, it would. It's against my fireplace mantle, and it wouldn't. I couldn't. There's nowhere to go for it above the fireplace mantle, so that probably wouldn't work so well. All right, time's up. Go do another set, and then we will see how this goes here. I couldn't even swing back on that one. I was so out of juice there. I was like, nope, I'm not swinging back or my hand's just going to drop me. All right, so I think I got I'm about 33 again. Oops, what did I just do? All right, bonus set number 5, and then I'm all done. Hey guys, I appreciate you coming by, checking things out. Um, Crossbow, Captain Owl, Wrinkly Fruit. I think I liked your other name better, man. It was different. I guess this is different too. It just, I don't know. The other streamer tag just seemed, I don't know, more interesting. But this will pass. Streamer tags, they change all the time, right? People change them up. You gotta have some variety in what you're doing. So, I've changed mine. I don't know how many times. I wasn't a streamer, but my game name early on was Zypher, Zipher, and I used that for years, probably 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 years. Well, it was a short-ish. It's over an hour. That's not really a quick stream for a workout stream. A 1 hour stream is a long stream. It might have been short to you because you weren't here the whole time, but um, over an hour is a long workout. And really, it should have taken me an hour to do a lot more than this. I'm still kind of slacking. All right, last one. Here it goes. That's it. My hands are not going to hold me up any longer. Look at that. I only did 26 seconds on that one. Actually, I won't be streaming tomorrow because I don't. Tomorrow's my alt day where I go I usually go to the gym or I go run. So I went and ran this morning, but it was only 3 miles as a warm up. But lately I've been liking to do my doing a sprint workout where I run. It's 2 miles to the local high school around here. I go to their track, and then I run a series of 100s, 200s, and 400s. Last time I did 3 400s, 6 200s, and 9 100s. It was supposed to be 12 100s, but apparently I can't count because when I got home and was looking at my laps, I noticed I was only doing 3, so I don't know how that goes. And I walk 100 in between each one, so to catch my breath or whatever, kind of recover, walking 100 meters. And it didn't matter the length. I always walk the same amount. Um, but it's fun. I really like doing the sprinting because it's something different, and I don't know. It makes me it kind of it's just a different kind of thing. And okay, so I'm not fast still. I wasn't fast in high school when I ran track. I ran the 2 mile in track, which was the longest track length, unless you're running cross country, but that's not part of track. That's like its own thing. Um, and and I ran the 2 mile because I was slow at anything else. My 100-meter speed in high school, my fastest time was 13 seconds, which is not fast. Really, I think maybe not all my friends, but a lot of my friends could beat me in sprinting. I was just never fast. It's partly because I never really did the kinds of things you needed to get better at sprinting. I was never fast because I didn't do a lot of leg strengthening and all that stuff. So I'm a lot stronger now than I was in high school, but I'm also bigger. I probably only weighed a buck 50, at most in high school, and so I weigh a buck 85 now. So all right, 82. Just depends on the day. I should probably check. I usually check at least a couple times a week. I don't really check. I think it was 186 the other day. Um, but that said, um, I'm Oops. Gotta stop my timers because I don't want them running all day. Oh yeah, 2 hours. My watch says I actually worked out for 2 hours. So I started my watch to do my handstand routine, which is a 15-minute routine that probably took me 20, 25. And then I was setting up, getting ready to do, and plus I did one skin the cat prior to starting. Because that's all I did four. Um, but my next stream, if I stream, will be Friday. And the problem is, again, they're very repetitive. It's the same thing as I've been doing. So, like if I go to the Friday workout, let's close this one down. All right, so this is my Friday workout. 10 exercises. Again, 15-minute standing handstand routine, which is fine. I do that usually before I start. Um, and then they do this typewriter thing, which is 3 sets, 2 sets, 1 set. So this is the same things I've been doing. And then it's 3 sets, 2 sets, 1 set. Same thing, 3 set, 2 set, 1 set. All the same stuff I've been doing twice a week for the last 2 to 3 weeks now. It's 10 of the same exercise. So it can be a little, oh, I appreciate that, Captain L. Yeah. Um, but so yeah, we'll see. Tomorrow, like I said, I'll probably go run. I like to do swimming and running a couple times a week, but with my doing this 4 days a week now that they've upped it, I can't really do that. So now I'm doing this 4 days a week, and then I go run or swim or both, but I can't. It's hard for me to do one of them twice. Um, I do like it. Like sometimes I'll go to the gym and the pool's closed, like it was last week. And so I had to do elliptical, which is a nice time to be able to watch a TV show. I put my phone in front of me and just watch Vikings um, while I'm doing 45 minutes on the elliptical. But what time is it? Oh, it's 9:30. Jeez. Okay. Well, uh, I took this off, but was it showing? Oh, you know what? I don't think it was even showing. I don't think I ever turned it on. I put it on, but I don't think I ever went to my app and actually connected it to the stream. Nope. Oh well. Next time. Okay, so um, where was I? Okay, so I don't have it on here, but typically what I do a lot of these streams for, I'm trying to, get followers, people who are, I do the workouts in case somebody wants to try out something like CaliMove. And they're like, oh, let's go see what this guy thinks of CaliMove. Okay. So I usually am doing someone else's, generally it's a pay to pay to use workout. Okay. Um, and so a lot of times I won't have everything on there. I won't put all of the little videos, the little extras. I won't do all the stream. And so if you want the whole thing, I recommend going to CaliMove and investing. It's a good workout as long as you know what you're getting into. CaliMove is a little repetitive, but it kind of has to be. For one, it's a lot of body work stuff. It's a lot of body weight stuff. Um, and it's a lot of pushing, pulling. You do need some equipment. Having a tricep pull-up bar like mine comes in handy a lot, at least. The rings are nice. Rings are going to make skin the cat a lot easier, I'm telling you. I mean, a lot more friendly. If you're already someone who's pretty good at flipping over and doing all that stuff, maybe you can do it on a pull-up bar. If you're tall, you got to figure something out, because if you're at home, it's like one of the things this is going to eventually start doing is getting into muscle-ups. I can't do a muscle-up at this house, even if I could do a muscle-up at all. Okay, so I'd whack my head on the roof at about this high. The bar would be here, my head hits the roof. And I have done it where I purposely pull up and try to tap my head on the roof, just so that I'm getting that extra height on my pull-up. But I'm not getting anywhere near a muscle up. I mean, at that point where I'd start converting is where I hit my head, so I can't even do it. Sometimes I go to the gym and I start doing pull downs, where where you pull the weight all the way down to you, and then I can practice the rotation part where you're going like this and you pull the weight down until it hits your legs, or you can stand up and do a cable one where you pull down and you push all the way down to the ground. So you're at least working that middle range, which is what you're going to need for the muscle up. Most people can do the tricep part. I mean, you can once you're able to do, tricep dips and anything consistently, once you've got the bar here, this is going to be easy, right? You're gonna be able to push that up. Once you've got you can. And most people get that pull up. You start getting stronger. You've got the pull down. That's again the easy part, right? You're pulling it down in front of you. You're getting yourself in position. And then, so what you need to do is figure out ways to train that middle zone. Now, I haven't seen him doing any real work that works that middle zone. Really, the theory I think he's going for is get so good at pull-ups that you can pull up, and then it's momentum. You pull up, push, pull up, push, pull up, push, and that can work. And it will, to some extent, you're going to be doing that anyway. But if you can build that strength up, the push part isn't quite as important. The explosiveness of your pull-up won't be as important if you have enough strength to compensate for the lack of explosiveness. Plus, I think it looks better. When you watch people who can do muscle-ups and they just come up and push, like it's one smooth motion, those ones look like that. Now, that's the kind of strength you're going for. That's the kind of full-on power I think is the ideal, right? It's not just explosive pull-up into push-down state. Okay, so I got to do my show. All right, so if you're into miniatures, if you're not a miniatures person, again, you're excused. If you do miniatures, D&D, Warhammer, Privateer Press, what do you call it? Games Workshop is actually the one I'm thinking of. If you do Guild Ball or HeroClix, or even if you just collect Hot Wheels or meeples or medals or whatever you want to put in, anything that's fairly small, 3.5 inches tall, 2.5 inches deep. If you collect anything like that, or you just like those kind of things, and you like to you want to have a way to limit your collections. That's what I do. I have a number of collections. I collect Superman stuff and Bronco stuff, but my rule is, for the most part, when I buy them, they have to fit inside of the Mage Cage and or the X case. And what those are is it's an expandable, transportable display case that you can store your minis in, but they can also be mounted on the wall or set up in a display setup on a counter or table, or even on a tall enough shelf. And you can see all of your units because they have a front opening door. And if you mount them on the wall, they got mounting holes in the back, so you can actually attach them to the wall. And they'll hang off, and then you just snap new units on. So they're expandable. So if you have more units and you fill one up, you just snap them on. So you're not putting a bunch more holes in the wall. You can just create one line for everyone to attach the top unit to the wall, and all the rest of them just hang off of it. So your collection can grow and grow and grow and grow until you have no more wall space, and it only sticks out this far. So you don't have a huge footprint taken up, shrinking your room when you start putting big cabinets in there and bookshelves. And bookshelves are great, but, they stick out this far or that far, or cabinets can stick out even further if they're sitting in the corner. And, yeah, I mean, I guess they're kind of cool, but the X case and the Mage Cage, if you go to our YouTube and Instagram page, you can see how they connect together, how they interact, how they display. YouTube and Instagram, Active Minds Games, that's with an S, Minds with an S. And you can see how they all work. There's videos and images and whatever. And if you like those things, you can pick up some Mage Cages with the magnets that hold the figures in place, along with the flex iron bases that you put on your mini so they'll stick to the magnet, or to whatever it is you're putting in there. And then you can if you like those, you can buy them at amgamesdirect.com, and we sell them there. So you can help that. You can help support the channel, help support me with those if buying those, or if you want to support the channel some other way. Well, you can see I have a Patreon link and a Stream Elements link for tipping. I don't have the affiliate status on any of my stuff or whatever the YouTube, Twitch terminology is. I think it's affiliate on Twitch, but I don't know what it's called on YouTube. But either way, I'm not there. So it doesn't matter until that day comes. So if you want to support, you just have to go to my Patreon page, whether. Here you go, man. There's the muscles I've got. Working on it. Hey, I actually did measurements the other day, and I am actually growing. I grew. I did my YouTube. What do you call it? Not YouTube. What is the name of my app? JFit. I went to my JFit app, and you can track your measurements, and I was surprised. I haven't really done a lot of gym work over the last couple of years, but I pretty much grew a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch on my arms, on my forearms, on my calves, chest, shoulders, and my waist. Actually, the waist was worse. Waist is the one you don't want to grow. This is the one you're trying not to get growing. That's one I need to work on. I eat too much, dang it. So I need to figure out how to slim, how to not eat so much dessert. My wife makes dessert. I eat it. I'm the only one who keeps eating it. She'll make it, eat it the first day, and then I'm the one who just finishes it off. Now it takes me a week, or sometimes it goes bad by the time I finish it, and I'll throw away it. But I'll eat it throughout every day. I'm a person, at night after dinner, I gotta eat some dessert. That's not good. Trust me. If you're trying to stay in shape and you're trying to get rid of this, then you probably should learn to say no to an occasional dessert. Now, I don't eat. Now, to be fair, I'm pretty good shape, and it's because I'm pretty good at not eating a lot. So when I eat dessert, it's smaller pieces. I cut thin slices. When I eat a piece of banana bread, which my wife makes, at least once every other month, I take a 1/2 a slice, that big, and then maybe I'll eat the other half by the end of the day. But I don't overindulge. I just eat it to satisfy that moment's craving and move on. Now, I'm not a morning person. Sweets, I don't even eat that much in the morning, so it's okay if I can get through the day. But by dinner time, I eat. Then I'm like, okay, what's for dessert? My grandfather instilled that in me. He was always that way. I remember he would eat dinner, and then he'd be like, okay, what's for dessert? And but he was always a stickler for eating all your food. So if you ate too much of anything, I had pancakes one time, and I overdid the syrup, and I ate my pancakes, and my grandfather goes, you need to eat all that syrup. And I'm like, but I don't have any more pancakes. And he shouldn't have poured so much. He made me sit there until I ate the syrup. So rest assured, I did not overpour my syrup anymore. It's like if I can. Well, stomach workouts don't actually burn a lot of calories, and they aren't going to slim your stomach. They will make the muscles bigger. If you do a lot of ab stuff, your muscles will get a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit sturdier, a little bit more resilient. But if you've got flab on the outside, it's still going to coat it. If you want to actually burn the stomach fats, there's a couple ways to do it. And I know the ways to do it. It's just that I don't always do it. One, eat less. Eat less, but make sure that what you are eating is filled with a lot of protein, so your body's not burning the protein in your system, or it's using protein to rebuild, so you're not losing too much. Second option is to do more cardio. Yes, I know I'm like, oh, you don't need to do cardio to burn. It's really, it's wrong. I mean, yes, no, there's benefits to both, okay? So building muscle will burn more calories while you're doing nothing, because more muscle burns more calories just as a lifetime event. So if you stay fit, keep your muscles up, you'll burn more calories. But it all comes down to, it's totally 100% about your calorie deficit. Okay, so if your body is needing 1,700 calories a day to just function, to keep what you have, muscle, fat, everything, just to keep it all without, keep your fat stores. Your body's using 1,700 calories. That's about what I estimate mine is. So some people it's 2,000, some people it's 15. If you don't weigh anything, it could be 1,200. But if you have a deficit running during your workout, so cardio will build you a major deficit on the day. The problem is with most people do a lot of cardio, like you go run a lot. If you go run, now the faster you run, the more you burn. That's going to be a rule. So if you're walking, it's less. If you're sprinting, you can do a little bit more, but for less time, obviously. But ultimately, a decent speed jog or anything where you're just pushing it and you feel it, you're sweating a lot, whatever, you're burning more. But the thing is, you're also burning, you're building your body's cravings, desires, food, need for food. And a lot of people, after working out, doing a lot of cardio, they'll go eat a donut or they'll go eat a bunch of fatty, let's get those calories back. I'm starving, man. I got to eat something. And then they end up equal or more in their calorie intake. And they destroy the deficit. So if you run, now a long walk will burn, but remember, a long walk is part of your day. Your body has a natural burn zone too. So how much extra you're getting off of a long, casual, easy walk, like if you go walk 2 miles. If it's an easy, casual walk, you got to remember that 2 miles probably going to take you 30, 40 minutes. And that 30, 40 minutes burns calories on its own. I mean, even if you're just sitting on your butt. So all you're doing is what's on top. And if it's casual, you're probably only going to burn, a little bit extra. If you go run for 40 minutes and only run 3 or 4 miles or 5 miles or whatever it is you're capable of, you're burning a lot more calories. Also, it comes down to not letting your body get used to it. Your body learns what you're doing, and it will fight back. It'll go, oh, okay, well, I'm going to store here. I know what he's doing. He's going to try to burn stuff. I'm going to be prepared for this, whatever. So it's challenging. It all comes down to deficit, though. Make sure you're running a calorie deficit. I just have a hard time. When I'm tracking, I do okay. I might drop a few pounds, but I don't track very well for long periods of time. I don't like to track because I don't track very well for long periods of time. So it's just, I know I'm going to mess up. I'm going to start losing it. Lately, I've been trying to track just my protein intake because I find it's very hard to get the amount I need. So I try to track that. How much did I take in today? And then everything else is just, well, I should minimize the everything else as much as possible. Anyway. So if you do go check out the Mage Cage and the X Case, go and you like it and you want some of the new ones, when we produce more, we're going to produce a bigger unit. We're going to produce inserts for it. Or we're going to produce some cool shelving and drawers and things you can put in there to carry your tokens and other game pieces around. And we're going to have all kinds of cool stuff for it, in addition to making more clear cases, which we're out of. All that stuff's going to be part of the Kickstarter, which we are going to launch within a few months of hitting 800 followers on Facebook under Active Minds Games, Minds with an S. Go there, follow us if you want to be part of that. Till next time, everybody, stay fit, stay healthy. Goodbye.